Κάμε το εσύ ρε Πέτρο. I just came now.
Προσκυνάτε! Προσκυνάτε!
Ένα καλό θρησκή. Εγώ παιδιά ωραία φανελούα θα με Στέλλα. Ωραία φανελούα. Στέλλα, it's φανέλα or it's footer, να μου είναι.
Φανέλα.
Να πούν τώρα. He froze again.
He's frozen. Yeah.
Fuck!
Really bad.
Ναι, he froze again.
Anyway.
Στεγιό. Στελάρα.
It's 144p. Το
This
quality.
don't make no sense. This don't make no sense.
Εγώ νομίζω πρέπει να έχει το ίντερνετ του Ρόι.
Ναι, me
It's
too.
not possible.
It even looks pixelated. It's weird. It's
Ναι,
really bad.
quality is not good. Ξέρω,
1 second.
Alright, do you think? Ωραία, guys, είναι που κάνετε.
Καλά.
Good.
Να κάνουμε και έναν intro. Γεια σας, καλησπέρα σας. Κάνετε ένα subscribe, ένα like και ένα share. Είμαστε στο X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Και έχουμε το δικό μας Discord, να μας έβρετε και ωραία. Όλα μες στα description που κάτω. So anyway, yeah, we're okay. Petro. I have to be honest, Petro. I tried to watch Shifters. I just couldn't take it seriously. I just couldn't take it seriously. It didn't really go in the end. It's like watching a Sunday.
No. Ομόνια Apoel είναι friendly, φίλε.
Το μάτσο χτες ήταν.
No.
Εγώ ρε. Δεν ήταν big
Είναι-
occasion.
Είναι
Εγώ
με κοφτεί με κοφτεί, Ομόνια Apoel. Είναι φιλικό.
Ναι, ήταν.
Να. Εν ήξερα το θέμα θες σούνι.
Όχι ρε, στο όνομα είναι φιλικό. Στο όνομα είναι φιλικό. Δεν αμφιβάλλει.
Σημαίνει πως δεν ήταν φιλικό.
Ναι, αλλά το παιχνίδι ήταν φιλικό. Στις καταστάσεις, στις εντάσεις, στο care. Καμιά ομάδα δεν την έκοφτε. Έτσι όπως
Όχι, φίλε,
έπαιζε.
εμάς έκοφτε, εμάς εμένα έκοφτε με ένα δέρο, φίλε.
Α, τι την care. Ήθελα να δέρω. Έκοφτε με, δεν θέλα να δέρω, αλλά τι την care. Τα είχα δεν έχω σημασία πολύ του παιχνίδιου. Κανένας. It wasn't just me. It was the whole fan base. It was the whole fan
Νίκη
base.
πας είναι αιώνιο. Για μένα ήταν πολλά σημαντικό να νικήσω. Και λυπήθηκα μόνο που ήταν μόνο 3.
Yeah, μα και αν τις έτρωα, it would bother me. But at the
Ναι.
same time,
It would bother me.
it would bother me a lot. But at the same time, you look at the circumstances, it was a nothing game at the end of the day. Nothing game. Them have nothing to fight for. No fans. 14 απουσίες. Παίζαμε στις ακαδημίες. Εμείς, μας έκοφτεν. Κάμε το
Μα τι
προάθλημα.
παίζαμε τις
Απλά
ακαδημίες.
θέλαμε να δέρουμε λόγω του ρεκόρ, τίποτε άλλο. Και τότε είναι το αιώνιο και θέλει να χάσεις το αιώνιο. That's it. Δεν είχε καμία
Ναι.
σημασία το παιχνίδι το χτεσινό.
Φίλε, εγώ διαφωνώ τέτοια.
Ό,τι θέλεις.
Δεν με κοφτεί εμένα να είσαι 14 απουσίες. Δεν πάνε να είσαι 100. Εμένα με ενδιαφέρει.
Ξώ.
Γιατί όταν... Sorry ρε Τόμ. Γιατί όταν τις εφάμε εμείς το δεύτερο γύρο έσω τους, που παίζαμε με όλα απουσίες εμείς,
Να, αν ήταν έτσι.
για
Ήταν-
λόγω τους ήταν σαν να πιάνε πρωτάθλημα.
Ναι, αλλά αν ήταν έτσι. Ναι ρε, μα ήταν το...
Τι.
Ήταν μέσα στη μέση της χρονιάς ρε.
Ναι
Το
ρε φίλε.
παιχνίδι. Είχε
Αλλά
μια ουσία.
για μένα οι απουσίες δεν παίζουν ρόλο. Με ενδιαφέρει
Έχει
εμένα.
μεγάλο ρόλο. Ρε, μπορώ να σου πω
Δεν
το
με
ίδιο. Μπορώ να σου πω το ίδιο που ήμασταν εμείς στη θέση τους. Μπορώ να σου πω το ίδιο που ήμασταν εμείς στη θέση τους. Σε έτσι circumstance το ίδιο ήταν φιλικό το Ιόνιο. Που ήταν γίνει στη θέση μας και δέραν μας.
Ω, δεν ήταν φιλικό.
Κάνεις.
Θέλαν νίκη πας στον αιώνιο. Δεν ήταν φιλικό. Δεν είχε ποτέ φιλικά.
Ρε φίλε, κάμνα σε dominate τόσα χρόνια.
Δεν είχε σχέση, δεν ήταν φιλικό όμως.
Anyway.
Είναι καλά που λέει ο Πετρός ρε Στέφανε. Είναι καλά που λέω, ξέρω το.
I know, δεν και διαφωνώ μαζί του, αλλά λαλό του για το χτεσινό παιχνίδι.
3-3 στον κόλο του Γκαρσία. Άλλος τούτος. Να μάθουν άλλη φορά να κάνουν πασί. Σε καλή μεριά τα 3.
Ούτε μισή.
Δεν ήταν υποχρεωμένοι να κάνουν. Γι' αυτό εμένα με κρύο με βραστό. Αν έκανα και εμένα έκανα. So, I don't give a shit. Εμένα τζο που έκοφτε ήταν η νίκη. Τίποτα άλλο.
Γιατί έχει live,
Αλλά εντάξει, είπε το και ο Στέγιος πως το νοτσόφτες που είδαν λίγο χτες για το ποχτάρι τους. I've never seen such a fucking short goalkeeper in my life. Never seen that.
Φίλε, μπράβο του Μίτσι πάντως.
Ναι, 18 χρονών, θα σου πω λίγο γρήγορα, αλλά παράξενο να είσαι έτσι κοντός να είσαι τερματοφύλακας. Είναι παράξενο για μένα. Anyway, προχωρούμε στο τελευταίο παιχνίδι που είναι για μας Παρασκευή και τελειώσε το πάθημα, finished completely, που λέμε το season. Να δούμε να κάνουμε τώρα το καλοκαίρι που έρχεται.
Να δείξει μάτσο. Έναν περίπου ξέρουμε και να μείνουν και και να φύγουν. Απλά να δείξει και να έρθουν.
Ήρθε και ο τρόλ, γιατί είχε παιχνίδι και κάνουμε live λαλί. Παίζαμε με έναν αιώνιο ρε Μιχάλη. To be fair, ούτε εμείς έκαναμε πας λίγο τόσα χρόνια που το έπιαναν, άρα γιατί να μας κάνουν τούτο.
Ναι ρε, ό,τι εγώ να δεν κάμνα. Anyway.
Έκαμε στο χώμα ρε Τόμα, αποτέλειωσε στο Μιτσί, τον πορτάρι.
I'm sorry. Σκέφτεται ρε παιδιά, μες στο βάθρο της Αγγλία, Ισπανία, ξαναείδε έτσι κοντοστούπι.
Μα πόσο κοντοστούπι είναι.
Εγώ μόνο ένα μες στη ζωή μου, τα που ήταν show και που έχετε ο Πέτρος μες στην Chelsea και ευκαλάντον, ήταν ο Κουρουτσίνι και ήταν καλός ποχτάρις κύριος. Ο Κάλλο Κουρουτσίνι. Αλλά τώρα δεύτερος, you're never gonna see short goalkeepers. No chance.
Φίλε, εμένα πάντως ο Μιτσής, μπράβο του πάντο ρε κουμπάρε.
Πολλά Μιτσής.
Έπιανε και 3-4 πολλά καλά σούτ. Παρόλο που σίγουρα να έχει το άγχος του, να έχει για την πρώτη φορά να παίξεις Ομόνια που έλεγε στα 17 σου, 18 σου, δεν ξέρω. Μπράβο του ρε κουμπάρε, μπράβο του. Μπράβο του.
Παίζεις debut αιώνιο, η ομάδα σου γαμημένη, έτσι και αλλιώς, που παίζεις, δεν έχεις καμιά ελπίδα. Απλά χτες για τα Apoel ήταν πόσο να με φάει για τα Apoel. Και ήταν η έννοια τους. Αφού για στο ένταλος επέζησαν, η άμυνα, πόσο μπάνιρη ήταν η άμυνα τους, να σου πούν και εκείνοι το ίδιο. Εκείνους το θέμα τους ήταν χτες πόσο να με φάμε. Και τα τρία που τους εβάλαμε να φανταστείς, ο μόνος λόγος που τους εβάλαμε μόνο εκείνα, ένας από τους λόγους είναι ότι μπορεί να τους λυπηθήκαν λίγο και να τους δείξαν να έχουν respect. Ο άλλος ο λόγος είναι ότι προσπαθούσαν too much να βρουν τον ΜΑΕ για να βάλει τον γκολ για να φτάσει τον Derbyshire. Αν δεν ήταν το πράγμα με τον ΜΑΕ και όλοι να κάνουμε ξέρω εγώ να βρούμε τον ΜΑΕ, να βάλει το τέρμα τον ΜΑΕ για να φτάσει τον Derbyshire, όλα λόγω το σκόρ να ήταν πολλά πιο παραπάνω. Αν έπαιζε η ομάδα με ένα purpose τουλάχιστον. Να φανταστείς, έπαιξε με την έννοια παραπάνω, να βρει τον ΜΑΕ, ας πούμε να βάλει το τέρμα και πάλι καταφέραμε και βάλαμε 3.
Και ο ΜΑΕ να με βάλει τέρμα.
Ναι, έχω και ένα assist.
Εγώ παιδιά, εγώ έπασα στο μες στον Discord που να σταματήσει τη μάπα ο ΜΑΕ, εγώ εννιάρι θέλω τον κούσουλο. Για σέτεφο. Έτσι και λέει και έτσι φίνεις. Μπράβο. Μπράβο. Πάντως, δεν ξέρω, παιδιά, για μένα δεν ήταν φιλικό για μένα, ούτε με κόφτει αν ήταν αδιάφορο. Εμένα τούτο με κόφτει ήταν αδέρο. Και...
Πέτρο, νομίζω, like, can you hear me guys? Yeah, I think you're misunderstanding what you're Stefanos. Κόφτει μας, we want to beat them, αλλά because energy κερκίδα, it didn't have that feel of a derby, και ήταν παράξενο.
Ήταν παράξενο, πολλά.
Έτσι σημαίνει θέλουμε να τις πάμε, που τούτος especially, Like, I don't know, ήταν παράξενο. It was weird. Για να σου πω, τούτο που με τον Κούσουλο ήταν ωραία θέματα, αλλά would you have done it in an actual game που σημαίνει κάτι? Like, if there's pressure on you.
If and buts, κανένας δεν τα ξέρει, ρε φίλε. Δεν μπορεί να το πει κανένας ότι αν ήταν, you never know, τελείωσε. Τούτο μέτρα στο ποδοσφαιρό, το if. Αλλά τούτο οι δικαιολογίες που είχαν πολλές αλλαγές δεν με διαφέρει. Η επίθεση τους, οι μεσοεπιθετικοί τους δεν είχαν αλλαγές. Ήταν όλοι βασικοί μέσα. Και ο Ντράζιτς, και ο Τόμας, και ο Μαντσίνι, και ο Ντάλσιο, και ο Κούτσακος. Τούτοι οι βασικοί παίχτες τούτοι.
Ναι ρε, βασικοί, αλλά νομίζεις κόφτει τους. Εκόφτεν τους έχτες.
Με διαφέρει αν τους κόφτει ο
Παίζει ρόλο ρε Πέτρο, παίζει ρόλο.
Παίζει ρόλο ρε φίλε, γιατί εγώ έβλεπα τους που ευουρούσαν συνέχεια, σχιζούνταν για να κάνουν κάτι.
Οι μητσί τους.
Όποιος θέλει ας ήταν ρε κουμπά, δεν με διαφέρει εμένα. Εγώ έβλεπα ότι προσπαθούσαν και βουρούσαν. Και παρκαρίσκαν 3-4. Το κάθε παίχτη το δικό μας που κάνει τη μάπα, εμένα με διαφέρει. Να μου λέει ο ένας ο άλλος. Για μένα ήταν είχα και εγώ τις αλλαγές αν το πάρεις έτσι. Σεμέδο έξω, Εβάντρο έξω, Τάνκοβιτς έξω, Μάριτς έξω, Αντρέου έξω, Κουλιμπαλί έξω, Παναγιώτου έξω. Γιατί να μην το κατάλαβα, μέσα είναι απουσίες τούτες.
Ναι, αλλά ποια είναι η καλύτερη ομάδα?
Κάλε. Στέφανε, έπαμε στο pointer.
Χωρώ το point σου και εμείς είχαμε αλλαγές. Ναι, καταλάβω να μου θέλει να πεις. Θέλει να πεις ότι αν εκείνοι έχουν πολλές αλλαγές, έχουμε και εμείς πολλές αλλαγές. Ναι, αλλά θα συγκρίνω ρε φίλε την ποιότητά μου με την ποιότητά τους.
Σίγουρα. Έναν τι λέω.
Τεράστια.
Έναν τι λέω. Αλλά ποτέ ούτε για την Ομόνοια, ούτε για το Αποέλ, στα τόσα χρόνια, οι απουσίες ήταν δικαιολογίες. Ούτε η ταχάλη είναι ο ένας, ούτε η ταχάλη ήταν ο άλλος. Ποτέ ούτε μια ομάδα, ούτε η άλλη είχε τούτη η δικαιολογία μες στο στόμα. Ποτέ.
Το που λέει ο Ομονιακός Σιλάκια, αφού είπα το εγώ ακριβώς το ίδιο πράγμα στην αρχή του pod. Και εκείνοι που μας εδέρναν, που είμαστε... Όχι, βάρ' το κοινό.
Άστο, πάμε έναν, ρε.
Άλλη το να πάω σε στούντο που. Αφού εγώ του τον είπα. Και εκείνοι εδέρναν μας, roles reverse, ήταν έτσι τα πράγματα. Τον καιρόν εκείνοι. Ήταν εκείνοι στη θέση μας και εμείς στη θέση τους. Και οι καταστάσεις ήταν οι ίδιες, έναν περίπου. Ναι, ούτε εμείς είμαστε στα top μας. Αμέσως παραπάνω σιφκάμε τους.
Όχι, έτσι πράγμα είναι.
Είσαι από εκείνους που πιστεύουν ότι δεν είναι έτσι πράγματα. Να πάεις 8 χρόνια
να είχαν ανάγκη να τους σιψουν
χωρίς να έχεις μια μέσα. Άντε ρε Πέτρο.
Στέφανε, εσύ πιστεύεις είχαν ανάγκη να τους σιψουν, εμείς για μας ζέρουν ρε. Εμείς είχαμε ανάγκη να μας σιψουν για να ζέρουμε.
Ναι ρε, εκείνοι τώρα έχουν και μεγάλα προβλήματα από το αιώνιο. Εκείνοι έχουν και μεγάλα προβλήματα με το χτεσινό παιχνίδι. Αυτό όμως λαλόν τους κόφτει.
Ναι ρε φίλε. Και εμείς είχαμε προβλήματα τότε. Εσύ πιστεύεις σιφκάμε τους.
Παίζει ρόλο.
Για εύκαρ το πονού σου, το πράγμα δεν υπάρχει.
Υπάρχει. Για μένα υπάρχει.
Εντάξει. Φίλε, γνώμη δική σου, είναι το πω σου.
Anyway, allegedly, θα πω, allegedly, ότι εσύφκαμε αν δεν εσύφκαμε. Το point είναι, εντάξει ρε παιδιά, είναι λογικό να 8 χρόνια να σε γέρνω συνέχεια. Έχει μια βρωμιά μέσα ρε Πέτρο, γίνεται.
Άλλο η βρωμιά.
Εσύ να πιστεύεις ότι είναι φυσιολογικό το πράγμα. Αιώνιο τέρπι, 8 χρόνια να πέτρει.
Άλλο η βρωμιά που πάει ο νους σου εσένα και άλλο η βρωμιά που ξέρουμε είναι η παραπάνω. Ήταν που ήταν. Δεν το ρε.
Ναι, αλλά σε εκείνο point.
Steph, welcome, man.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Am I lagging?
No.
You're good.
Okay. If I start lagging again, tell me, and I'm going to jump off, and I'm going to call my my internet service provider. I'm going to give them what for. because I ain't in a good mood.
Ναι.
Δεν τους πληρώσεις τον μήνα.
If only it was that easy.
Που
But...
λέει,
Anyway. Carry on, as you were.
εντάξει, είχαμε μια διαφωνία με τον Στέφανο τώρα, δαμε.
Πες μου εσύ ρε Στέλ, χτες το
άλλο-
παιχνίδι είχε ένα meaning. Είχε meaning το χτεσινό παιχνίδι.
Of course it had meaning.
Λόγω ότι είναι το αιώνιο. Λόγω ότι είναι
Yeah.
το αιώνιο. Other
Yeah.
any other meaning είχε.
It's enough.
Well, we needed to get the win so we could get close to the all-time record for points.
Yeah.
We had the opportunity to spank them, which is what we did.
Yeah.
I think it was important to see some players how they would perform, because obviously the title is done, but you don't want complacency to creep in. It had meaning, of course it did. I think every game has meaning, because you get something out of it. You learn something, you know. Hey, it was obviously meant something for Gusula, so he scored twice. So
Ναι ρε, εχτες, για παράδειγμα εχτες που έκαμε και εσύ το pod. No one cared, ρε. No one cared. No one wanted to talk about the game. No. Τα είχαν τον που θέλα σου πω you. No one really gave a shit at the end of the day.
well, it's because we won the title, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only...
And it's going to be the same with Apoel. You know, we
Τάστα, είσαι σε mood, καλοκαιρινό mood. Τα είχα mood, δεν με κοφτεί ποιον. Αυτά είναι my job. Τα είχα σε το mood. Είναι τούτο που θέλω να καταλήξω.
okay.
Ναι, ρε φίλε, εγώ είπα σου, εγώ διαφωνώ μαζί σου 100%. Για μένα είχε πολύ σημασία το παιχνίδι χτες. Δεν με ενδιαφέρει αν τέλειωσε το πρωτάθλημα ή όχι. Για μένα ήταν αιώνιο, εγώ ήθελα να δέρω. Βάση θυσία. Δεν με κόφτει πόσες απουσίες είχαν, δεν με κόφτει πόσες απουσίες είχα. Δεν ήταν ποτέ δικαιολογία τούτο. Ούτε για τον έναν, ούτε για τον άλλον. Εγώ χτες ήθελα νίκη. Και διέφερνε με το παιχνίδι πάρα πολλά. Για τον Απόλλωνα, δεν με ενδιαφέρει. Ό,τι να γίνει το τελευταίο παιχνίδι, δεν με ενδιαφέρει. Τούτο παιχνίδι ενδιαφέρει με. Σαν εγώ, Ομονιάτης που έζησα τόσα.
Κατάλαβες, I don't think you understood my point όμως.
Κατάλαβα το point σου. Εγώ λέω σου πώς το βλέπω εγώ σαν Πέτρος. Εμένα ενδιέφερνε με πάρα πολλά το παιχνίδι χτες.
No, who did it?
I just found it hard to get into it because of how there's no fans from their side. There wasn't many fans from our side.
Yeah, but we had that during the pandemic.
I know, but it's hard. That's why I don't like it, because it reminds me of those days, and it's just nah.
But I thought it was nice though, because there's loads of kids there, man. You know, we didn't have to worry about going to the derby and any trouble happening.
Yeah.
It was calm, you know.
Μα εγώ φίλε, εγώ που το Apoel είχα πολύ tense να προσπαθούσαν να κάνουν κάτι μέσω επιθετικά. Γιατί εγώ δεν τους είδα καν αδιάφορους. Και καλά έκαναν, δεν πρέπει να είναι αδιάφορο παιχνίδι αιωνίων. Ήταν αδιάφοροι. Άσχετα τους έδεραμε εύκολα. Αλλά έβλεπες την προσπάθεια των παιχτών ότι προσπαθούσαν να πιάσουν ό,τι μπορούσαν να κάνουν, ό,τι μπορούσαν να πιάσουν το παιχνίδι. Δεν ήταν αδιάφοροι. Εν τους αφήγαμε εμείς, εντάξει, του εννοείται. Αλλά για μένα δεν ήταν αδιάφοροι. Κανένας παίχτης το Apoel χτες.
Ναι, αλλά με τον τρόπο
Αν δεν ήταν ο πορτάρις του είναι ο Μιτσής. Μπράβο του Μιτσί, μπράβο του. Ήταν ένα φάση 5-6 χτες.
Μάνεται.
Ο Μάια αγκρίστηκε, δηλαδή που έβαλε τέρμα. Μόλις τελειώσε το μάτσο, έπιανε τη μάπα και σαν τραούτζεν. Εντάξει, έθελε να βάλει τέρμα ο Μάια χτες. Και θέλω να μιλήσουμε για δύο παίχτες, ρε κοπέγια, που εγώ είπα το. Για μένα MVP χτες, για μένα δεν ήταν ο Κούσουλος, για μένα ήταν ο Σίμιτς. Για μένα ο Σίμιτς χτες και τον Τράζιτς έκαμε τον Τζέκλε. Άρεσε μου πάρα πολλά ο Σίμιτς χτες. Δεν ξέρω τη γνώμη δική σας για το Σίμιτς.
Ναι, ήταν καλό. Το πολλά καλός. He stepped up.
Και παίκτης που έχει πολλές συμμετοχές, δεν ξέρω για μένα, κοινός ο παίκτης θα ήθελα πολλά να μείνει μες στην Ομονία. What do you think, Restel, about him?
I think he's a good squad player, especially για το πρωτάθλημα. Του χρόνου when we're playing Champions League, hopefully, we're going to need a strong squad and players with experience. Andon Simic has played obviously at AC Milan and other clubs. Obviously, he's got a good relationship with Bectes. They like him. Trelos. He's got good χαρακτήρα. Allah, listen, you know, actually, how long has he got left? His Simvolio? 1 more year? Or
This year enough.
It's done. Look, he's a central defender and he plays with his right foot. So he's always going to be second choice to Koulibaly. Allah, if Koulibaly is injured, do we have anyone else that can play right-sided centre-back that's got quality? And I don't think so.
Would you keep it for next year?
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Πόσα λάθη έκαμε?
None.
Maybe one when Diamandagos scored for Apoel.
I wouldn't really put the blame on him. I would put the blame on the others that didn't stop the ball game there. But,
well, yeah, listen, we've had this Govenda. They should have had a free kick in the corner. We should have fouled them in the corner to waste time. But you're a defender. You're meant to be following the man. But that's one laugh. What? That's it.
Even with that goal, you had too much luck on that goal. Όπως είπε και ο Πέτρος, αν έβαλε και τον Λαΐφη να κάνει την σέντρα έναν εκατομμύριο φορές, ότι μια φορά θα εγκούτσε. Που γίνονται εκατομμύριες φορές.
Ναι. Ήταν ούλα να μπει τέρμα.
Ναι.
Γίνηκαν ούλα για να μπει τέρμα.
Actually, tell a lie, he gave away the penalty last week against Ajax. Okay, but in a game where it matters, in a game that matters.
No, he didn't.
Okay, let's put it this way. Fair enough, Simic hasn't played that much, but I feel more comfortable if Simic instead of Aguzul. So
yeah. 100%. If it wasn't for Aguzul getting injured, would we have got Balkovets?
No.
Probably not.
Because Gitso got injured, and we're thinking, well, we need Aristeron back. Who's out there? We brought back Christou for that purpose, but then Balkovets played left back, and he was brilliant. So that's why Christou was playing as a Dagari.
Christou was very good there.
I've always believed with centre backs, you always need two of each, 2 left-footed ones, 2 right-footed ones, just to have that cover. I know it's not always positive, and you're not always going to have your 2 first starters compared to your squad players. It's going to be like the same quality. But I would keep him. I agree with Pedro. I would keep him. You know?
And the thing is, bro, your central defenders, at least one of them needs to be a leader. At least one of them. If you look at the champions over the last few years, Bersi, you had Goldar at Buffalo. The year before, you had who was centre back at Ari at the time? Who was centre back for Ari when they won the league?
No, who remembers?
I can't remember. Wasn't Yago? Was it? No, Yago was. Who was it? I mean, even them lot, they had Crespo at centre back. Apollon had Roberge, and they had Juste as well. We had Lang and Lufna and Hubichan. At least one of those central defenders has to be a leader because you're going to need someone. If you got a dermatofilaka that is a little bit nervous as well, you're going to need that leader there. When we've got the other guy in goal, not Giriagidi, but the other guy, defenders have to work double hard.
I believe Simic can be a leader. Έχει το χαρακτήρας του, ρε φίλε. He's a beast when he plays. Δηλαδή, από τους λίγους αμυντικούς που έχουμε, έμπειρο τις άλλες ομάδες, που πέφτουν τσάκι, βάλουν το σώμα τους και φόουνται. Οι παραπάνω αμυντικοί στέκονται στα πόδια τους, κλείουν το χώρο σιγά σιγά, να κλείσουν την μπάσα. Ο Σίμιτς είναι μπαμ.
Yeah.
Αν θυμάστε και με το τάκλι που έκαμε με την Πάφο. που κράνει δεν θυμάμαι ποιος παίχτες της Πάφου, που πήγαινε πόξον περιοχή μας και πήγαινε ο Σίμιτς και σήκωσε τον είχε πάνω και είχε φάουλ όμως.
Anderson.
Μπράβο, μοντάζε. Εγώ έτσι θέλω τους αμυντικούς μου. Εμένα αρέσκουν έτσι οι αμυντικοί.
Δεν τους κοφτεί. Αν θα χτυπήσουν ή αν θα γεματωθούν ή τίποτε.
Ναι. Για μένα ο Σίμιτς άνετα μπορεί να γίνει leader. Άνετα για μένα.
Θυμώ ρε Πετρόλε, αλούσαν το τούτον πέρσι ακόμα, που μόλις τον επιάμπην καμιώτησα, που είδαμε signs, το ότι είναι παίχτης Balkan, έχει το Balkan attitude ρε, έχει το mentality, I'm a beast, I don't give a shit who you are. Τι είναι το νοοτροπία.
Ναι ρε, έτσι είναι. Εμένα αρέσκει μου πολλά ο παίχτης, δεν ξέρω, εμένα αρέσκει μου και ο αμυντικός. Και εμένα θα με χάλαν καθόλου να ήταν και βασικός. Θα με χάλαν. Είναι και ψηλό παιδί, είναι και παλικάρι. Αρέσκει του να βάλει σώμα, να πέφτει τάκλι. Μεν αρέσκει μου, δεν ξέρω. I like him. Και ο Χατζής άρεσε μου εχθές. He was good.
Έχει ένα σύστημα.
Η σέντρα που κάνουμε για τον Κούσουλο, the way he bent it down the defenders.
Ο τρόπος που την... ήταν ωραίο. Και δεν τον σταματούσαν εύκολα. Κάμαν του πολλά φάουλ του σταματήσουν.
So what do we need to improve next year, guys? Να πάμε in Champions League. Αν είναι κάτι που σκέφτεται εσείς.
Ένα hair right back. Depends who's going to go as well.
Ναι, τούτο είναι.
It depends. Let's say you lose Zoho, you're going to leave the left winger. Another one. You're going to right back, maybe a centre back. Number 6.
Φίλε, για μένα προσωπικά, δεν ξέρω ποιοι να φύγουν, ποιοι να μείνουν. Εγώ εκείνο που νομίζω ότι χρειάζεται η ομάδα είναι ένα εξάρι, έναν πανύψηλο παιδί. Γιατί έχουμε πρόβλημα στο ύψος. Πίσω έχουμε ψηλά παιδιά, σαν Πάρκο, έτσι, ο Κουλιμπαλί. Εντάξει, αλλά στο κέντρο οι παίχτες μας είναι ψηλοί, ούτε παλικάρκα, έτσι, θηρία, όπως ήταν ο Μάρκος Σουάρες, αν τον θυμάστε. Ένα ψηλό παιδί που πραγματικά να διά ξύλο και να πιάνει κεφαλιές. Πολλά σημαντικό για μένα.
Μα είπα σου το πολλές φορές, Πετρό. Κάθε φορά που πιάνει εικόνα η Ομόνια, unless Koulibaly is not around, I don't get prepared for anything. I really
You need that extra.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, το κέντρο Fedi done a fantastic job. You had 18 that run the midfield on the ball. He did very well. Off the ball as well. You had Evandro, was a beast everywhere. 8, 10, right wing, whatever you played him, 8 out of 10 at least. So every game, or 7. You have Maric, who's aggressive, has improved as well this season massively from last year and the year before. Oh, last year I would say. You have Andreu, academy, immense, amazing. Didn't really expect this from him, to be fair, but he's a kid, he's young, he has a long shot on him, he's very aggressive, he can run the midfield, and he has very good long balls as well.
Right, I'm hearing things that he's being really valued across Europe by certain clubs that are looking at him. And if we do sell him, we're probably looking around 5 million.
Oh.
I'm telling you.
Για τον Ανδρέου.
In the long run, you're looking around 5 million with add-ons and all that, obviously.
Για τον Ανδρέου που μιλάτε.
Ναι.
100%. Είναι 90 years old. Εμπά στα top του άνετα. Κάτω από 4 νομίζω να δεχτεί η Ομονία. No chance. And because of his age. Not only είναι πολλά καλός παίχτης. Η ηλικία του παίζει ρόλο.
To be fair, we weren't really hearing prices like this before about players. like ακούσα για τον Παναγιώτου around 3 or 4 million if he goes. Ακούω για τον πέσω Αντρέο τώρα που πες ρε Στέον, 5 million, let's say. Around that price as well. Do you think it's before? We never heard prices like this for anyone getting transferred out of Europe. Do you think it's because of inflation? That the reason why they're highly valued at that price?
It's a good question.
No, I just think that the quality of players in Cyprus have improved, and there are more eyes on the league.
Yeah.
So clubs like us, we can demand those prices, and let's not forget, he's at an age where he's protected from a contract perspective. So it's not about, you know, oh, can we hold on to him? It's like, well, he's locked in. So if you want him, you pay. It's that simple.
Είναι παίκτης που να μείνει για πολύ καιρό στην Κύπρο, νομίζω, εγώ, παιδιά. Ας συνεχίσει έτσι, το πολύ να μείνει και τη νέα σεζόν, δεν το νομίζω να μείνει για πολύ καιρό στην Κύπρο. Αξίζει του Μιτσί, αλλά όχι Ισραήλ μερικές.
No. Listen, if he stays fit and doesn't get like serious injuries, he'll probably end up in Portugal or somewhere like that.
Ναι, ρε. Μπορεί να πάει κανέναν Βέλγιο, κανέναν που τούτα he can go. Πέτρο, τελικά κάναμε πολλές αλλαγές. Είχαμε πολλές αλλαγές εχθές. Για μένα δεν είχαμε πολλές αλλαγές. Εμένα κόφτουμε τα ρεκόρ πάντως, γιατί να με θέλω την ομάδα μου να είναι η κορυφαία στην ιστορία.
Εντάξει, ισοφαρίσαμε τους τις νίκες. Τώρα, αναμεταξύ μας, head all time.
All time.
Yeah, ισοφαρίσαμε.
Πόσες είναι ρε Στέφανε?
No. Να σε γελάσω. Around 90 or something, I'm not sure. Ο καθένας.
Είσαι σίγουρος ρε?
Μπορεί να και πιο λίγα.
Τσέκαρε ρε.
Let me check.
Είχαν πιο πολλούς βασικούς στην δεκάδα τους που εμάς. Και παραπάνω, πόσους βασικούς είπαν εχθές που τα πω? 2, 3. Γιατί είναι δικαιολογία για μένα, δεν ξέρω.
The Doddy's stats are ridiculous.
Ναι.
It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm looking at now. Progressive passes, 96% accuracy. Accurate passes, 88%. Received passes, 88%. Defensive duels, he wins 98% of them. Second assist, 90%. Successful dribbles, 86%. It's mental. Offensive duels, 76%. Ridiculous.
And he's only 19.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Mental.
Ο Πέτρος έχει δίκιο. Είτε βασικοί είτε αλλαγές, είτε μεγάλη τη μητσή, το ξύλο είναι ξύλο. Η νίκη είναι νίκη. Thank you, Μιχάλη μου.
Sorry. Από ό,τι μου βγάλε δάμε 81.
Παιχνίδια.
No, wins.
Εμείς το ξατζίνι.
Both.
Από 81 νίκες.
Ναι. Θέλουμε άλλο έναν να περάσουμε.
Εντάξει, εμένα και με απασχολεί τόσο. Εντάξει, όχι απασχολεί με, αλλά εντάξει. Κάθε φορά αλλάζει τούτο. Και κάτι που ο Στέφανος κάνει range bait, τα μου κάνει, τα μου σημαίνει τούτο.
Αυτή τη συζήτηση που είχαμε πριν.
Δεν τα μου σημαίνει το range bait, δηλαδή.
Τα θα προσπάθησα να σε κάνω νευριάσεις κατά αυτής.
It's a dominant clip as well.
Εγώ νευριάζω εύκολα, ρε κοπή.
Really?
Δεν γελάτε, ρε. Μα τίποτε φάνη.
Really? No, you're very
Come on, support. Να μου πες, ρε.
You're very calm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
100% tolerance on everything. 100% patient.
Still, come on, some support. Other
I don't know what to say, man. I'm not in this fight.
You agree with them?
This is your fight. I'm just watching.
I'm
just
looking for a friend
watching.
here.
I'm just watching.
Ψάχνω ένα φίλο να με υποστηρίξει.
Είμαι ο γείτονας σας. I'm just looking over the φραμμό. Like this. Ρεβόλια!
Δεν μαλώνετε και κοιμάται το μωρό. Με φωνάζετε. Ρε φυσικό, 8 χρόνια να παίζω με τη Real μια φορά ένα ιδέρο. Έχω week.
Λιάσου Λουκάς, λεφτάρι.
Bronson was the lead of Aris back. Ναι, ο Bronson, ρε, καλά που λέει ο Ανδρέας, ρε,
Bronson, μπράβο,
Bronson, ναι.
Στα βόλτα.
He's not a bad defender. Not bad. This one too rested. Είμαστε στους δυνατούς μέχρι τον τρίτο προκριματικό. Νομίζω είμαστε και στο τρίτο μες στους δυνατούς. So στα play-off είμαστε στους αδυνάτους. Είμαστε
δυνατούς.
ως το τέλος.
We're seeded. No?
What?
What, for the Champions League?
Ναι.
Κοιτάξω, man.
Νομίζω in the 3 rounds είμαστε στους δυνατούς.
Let me have a look. There's a guy on Twitter, and he uploads all of the statistics and all that kind of stuff. So if we go into the playoffs, we're in the weaker ones. We're with Celje, Linz, Hart. No, not Hart. Is it Celtic? Celtic. So we could play Red Star Belgrade, Dinamo Zagreb, Slovan Bratislava, Lech Poznan, or AEK.
Wait, in the playoffs?
In the
Playoff
that's the final. That's the final. The final step.
Okay. A low chance. Low chance.
No, we're seeded in the second qualifier. We're seeded, so we could play Vikingar, Kairat, Riga, Klasvik, Flora, Larn, New Saints, Aarhus, Petro Cub, Thun, Miaubi, and I'm Berasum. And when we get through, we could play Shamrock Rovers, Cups, Apoel, Beersheva, Drita, Lincoln Red Imps, Borach Banja Luka.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, we're going to play for a 0-0 draw there, are we?
These are teams we can beat.
Half an hour to go, playing for a 0-0 draw.
Hey, mate, if it means we're through the playoffs, I don't mind. What? No, friend, still, you got them wrong.
Huh?
You got them wrong.
Στέφανε, τούτο γυαλό σου, ρε.
What did I get wrong?
81 νίκες Τσίνοι και 62 εμείς. Τα ίσα που τα γες.
Ρε, αφού έλεγαν ο δημοσιογράφος της Κέπονε τότε ότι θέλουμε μια νίκη να τους περάσουμε.
Δεν ξέρω. Ο Ανδρέας έτσι λέει, ότι έχουμε 62 νίκες εμείς, 81 Τσίνοι. Και έτσι πιστεύω είναι. Ο ηγέτης στην άμυνα έχει μια άλλη εξήγηση. Ο Σίμιτς δεν το θεωρώ leader. Το θεωρώ στρατιώτη στην άμυνα. Leader είναι ο Κβίτα Κότσο Λαΐφη. Also had another player who has close to sign for 3 million and ended up for signing for 1. Ποιον του ρε Μιχάλη?
Λογίζουν πουλάρι.
Μπορεί.
Λογίζουν πουλάρι.
Yeah, it's probably Loizo.
Εχθές έκαμε ρεκόρ διαφοράς βαθμών που τον δεύτερο που ήταν 11 και τώρα είναι 17. Εσύ είναι το computer?
Yeah.
Εκεί πότε. Ακούγεται.
One minute.
Καλά, ποιος είναι δεύτερος τώρα, ο Απόλλωνας, ο Ξαγιάκ.
Απόλλωνας.
Αν τους ζέρουμε δηλαδή...
Είναι 20.
Εξαρτάται πόσο πίσω είναι η ΑΕΚ. Πώς είναι να μπορεί να κάνεις ρεκόρ πάλι.
I think there's 1 point διαφορά between the two.
Ναι, 2.
19. Πες αντέρουν τον άλλο ή whatever.
Κόψα Apoel έχει 27, ΑΕΚ 26.
Δικιάς το ρετό.
We're not seeded in the playoffs. We will play Lech Poznan, Dynamo Zagreb.
Yeah.
or Besiktas.
In the playoffs, ναι. Ως τον τρίτο.
Περίμενε, αν πάει στο τρίτο παίζεις στους τούτους.
Όχι. Αν πάει στα playoffs, παίζει στους τούτους.
Technically, Bedroom always like 4 rounds, isn't it? Technically,
Είναι 3 rounds, ρε.
No, four.
Four.
Εμείς ξεκινούμε δεύτερο. We go through, we go in the third round. After the third round, it's the playoffs.
Yeah. Because I guess you really early there, Pedro, depending where you finish in your league. And stuff.
No, it's August. I think, no, July.
You got them wrong. Yeah. And that's it. Like I really don't understand how they work it out every year anyway. Like it just changes and stuff. But
Playoff θέλουμε ερυθρό που εμπελάτες. Α, το ερυθρό αστέρα. Πάλι στρέτο Μπούρεκος. 3-3 στον κόλο του Γκαρσία. 3-3 στον κόλο του Γκαρσία. Ρε στον τρίτον, είναι εύκολες οι ομάδες λαλί. Εγώ παιδιά, δεν ξέρω αν τέλος πάει το πράγμα. Δεν έχω ιδέα. Δεν έχω ιδέα.
not a position να πούμε βγει ευκολία και βγει
Η avoided λαλί Red Star.
Όχι, στην Ευρώπη it's one game, anything could happen. You know?
Still, the foot.
What are you showing me?
Κουσουλό with a Brazilian shirt και το
Oh,
κούρεμα.
with the Ronaldo here. Oh, okay.
Ναι, ναι.
Oh, man. Running
Running
back.
back with Lejak's penalty against Red Star λαλί.
Ναι, που πιάνει ο Μίλους.
Τρίτα.
Shamrock Rovers, Habwe, Bensheva, τρίτα λαλί.
Παίζει ο Ντούρο.
Θέλουμε την Nike Αθηνών, αλλά να παίξει ο Ντούρο. Α, ρε Μιχάλη. Remember that game, ρε Στέλ?
Foul.
Away.
No, home.
Home, yeah. I thought you meant the away one.
Να έβαλε το Γκούνι.
Nguni.
Όχι. Είναι ο Ντούνι, ρε.
Ο Καφού.
Ο Καφού.
Καφού, yeah. And
Και έχασε εσύ τελευταίο δευτερόλεπτο ήβραμε δοκάρι με το Σλόγκαρ.
yes.
Θα κάνουμε 0-2.
Yeah.
And then we played City after. Setse.
Hey, Stefano, what's happening to Liverpool, man?
Fantastic stuff.
You're fucking. I'm not even a Liverpool fan, but I get so angry when I see fucking bullshit from Salah on Twitter. Just fuck off already, seriously. I don't know if you.
He ain't wrong.
I'll piss off on him. Why do you agree with him all the time? I've never
he's
heard
not
you say, you know what? He is wrong. He is wrong.
Why?
First of all, why do you have to put it on Twitter? Why don't you just say it in house? Okay, crying about it is not going to fix it. And
Bro,
you don't
we
do
all know
shit,
what's
you're
going
losing.
Yeah, but everyone knows what's going on anyway. So it doesn't matter whether he puts it on Twitter or not.
I just don't like these players. Like these players are just annoying, man. They're annoying.
But he ain't wrong.
Oh yeah, the Glapsharis.
Aubameyang did it.
Who?
Aubameyang.
Are we talking about?
Aubameyang. Put us in Arsenal.
Aubameyang. Yeah, did I agree with him? No.
Yeah, but he wasn't wrong.
If you're not, you go. You just get on with it.
No.
They're in a privileged position, Stefano. Like even Ronaldo, as much as there was a lot of things he said about United, I was like, yeah, that's true. Still, stop crying. You're leaving.
Yeah, but,
get over it.
Yeah, but you don't treat someone when he means a lot to the fans. If you start to treat someone like that, then the whole fan base is going to turn on you. Everyone. The fan base already turned on him from before what he did to Salah. Now it has made things worse, way worse. Like the
Nah, man,
defeat
I'm
against
sorry,
Aston
right?
Villa, the defeat against Aston Villa put the nail in the coffin. Now, whether the owners will sack him or stick with him, that is their grave at the end of the day. It's their own grave. So, what Salah did doesn't make any difference. The environment is already toxic. It's way too toxic at this point. Now we just put more fire.
Ρε, Ομόνια podcast που κάνουμε, δεν κατάλαβα ακόμα.
Να, ρε, ρωτήσαμε για Liverpool. Δεν ξέρω κουβέντα για Liverpool.
Μας παρατάτε με η Liverpool και η Arsenal.
Δεν μου να πεις, ρε.
It's not about that, bro. Like it could be any player, even if I hate the team so much. Like even if it's Apoel, Jason is bigger than Apoel, and I'm just like, come on, I've had enough of them. They're just crybabies, man.
Δεν έχει κανένα ποδοσφαιριστή που είναι πιο μεγάλο από την ομάδα. Τέλειος, όποιος θέλει ας είναι. That's it.
Δεν έχει. Αλλά από την άλλη, εντάξει, έχει έναν όριο. Από την άλλη.
Sorry, Pedro, you cut out. Number this.
Δηλαδή, δεν έχει κανένα παίκτη που καμιά ομάδα.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, of course. No one denies that.
Οι παίχτες πάνε και έρχονται, οι ομάδες είναι πάντα για μένα. Γι' αυτό με ενδιαφέρει για το Σαλάχι, με το Μπαμεγιάνγκ, με το... Με ενδιαφέρει.
Look, Petro, να σου πω κάτι. Προτιμώ να πούσουν ύστερα κάτι, like, if they're gonna do it and talk about it after, then εντάξει, καταλαβαίνω το. Αλλά τώρα που να φύγει anyway, για μένα, if I was a Liverpool fan, I would be pissed. And it doesn't matter if you're a Liverpool fan or not. It just annoys me when they do these things. You know? They don't...
Δεν ξέρω αν που είπε, αν που δεν είπε.
Εντάξει. Ας πω κάτι ρε, Tom. No Liverpool fan disagreed with him, though.
Oh, come on. You're not speaking for all Liverpool fans, Stefano. There must be someone that says...
No, everyone agrees. Αφού είδα και comments με να που γράφαν που κάτω, ρε, μετά να που είπε, no one disagreed. Δεν μπορεί να έχει κάποιους, ναι. But the 80% at least agreed what he said, or to a 90.
I think we go back to Omonoia Petros falling asleep.
Yeah. Omonoia, Petros, δεν είχε καμιά...
Let's talk about Real Madrid then.
Boring.
Τελειώσαμε με η Liverpool. Θα ξυπνήσω. Εντάξει, ευχαριστώ. Ο Ανδρέας θέλει κάνει FaceTime, Browscast and Singits. Έχει πιθανότητες να παίζουμε μαζί τους ρε Στέλ.
Ναι ρε, έτσι είναι η ομάδα.
Yep.
Είναι το ομάδα...
Σάμπα.
Είναι το χώρα είναι τούτη.
Azerbaijan, yeah.
Οκ. Άρα είμαστε seated και στον τρίτο. Εγώ ησυχίστηκα ρε, εγώ δεν ξέρω. Και ξεκινούμε δεύτερο προγραμματικό. Θέλουμε 3 νίκες. Περίμενε, αν κάνουμε μια νίκη, μπαίνουμε απευθείας conference.
Ναι.
Είμαστε μες στο league phase του conference ρε, εγώ παιδιά, αν κάνουμε μια νίκη. Την πρώτη νίκη. Παίζουμε το πρώτο παιχνίδι. Και περάσουμε τον επόμενο γύρο. Είμαστε απευθείας ο μίλος conference.
If we're starting from the second round, doesn't that mean we're already in the Europa Conference?
No, you need a win because if you drop down, next round you drop down, you get knocked out. You will drop down to playoffs. Although you should do Europa.
Okay.
So, you're in the conference.
Εντάξει.
Δεν έχω ιδέα, Ιόνι. Πρώτο παιχνίδι που παίζουμε 21 του July. Αν και ξέρουμε εντός ή εκτός, είναι γλύωρα ακόμα νομίζω, είναι.
No one knows.
Άρα, Tom, το για σένα.
I thought Tom made it on purpose like this, but me. Yeah, it's boring. It's boring. Multi-millionaire.
Abamahu? Abamawa? Oh, Black Lion.
Anyway.
Ακόμα μια νίκη και σπάσουμε το ρεκόρ των μπαστάρτων, δηλαδή. Yes, έχουμε πράγματα να παίζουμε.
Apoel are going to play a weaker team against us because they've got the cup final a week later.
So we will win.
Φίλε, όποια ομάδα παίξει μαζί μας φέτος και full να είναι η Ομόνοια είναι next level above everyone this year.
Yeah.
Εφούμε καμιά ομάδα, μόνο την Ομόνια εφούμε. Ναι, δεν είσαι ένα παιχνίδι να παίζεις κόφερ. Εντάξει, thank you, φίλε.
Πέμα, πόσα εισιτήρια πουλήσα στην τάχα το Απόλλωνα? Και σε κάνω sold out η μισή μου.
Ας το μήνυμα λεπτό τώρα. Ο Νταβίδ, τσίλα τώρα Στέφανε, αν δεν μάθα και ψά πειράζεις. Και ένα λίγο ευκήγε πας στον Οτσόφτες χωρίς φανέλα. Εστέλ, δεν βρες το βίντεο που είπες, είπες ήταν να το βρεις και ξίασες.
Πολλά δύσκολο να το έφερα, man. It's years ago. Αλλά I'll find it. I'm sure it was the Lennon era. I'm sure.
Φίλε, έτσι, sexy man, δεν και βλέπεις κάθε μέρα.
Να μου ρε.
Δεν και έχεις τίποτε.
Και ήταν live as well. Και ήταν live. Φαντάσου.
Είναι, μα ξέρεις πόσα likes πρέπει να πιάσει την ημέρα.
Oh my God.
Πόσα dislikes, πόσα likes.
I got grilled.
Αν το ευρώ, κατήσι σου, I'm telling you.
Εντάξει, και τούτος εμπήκεν τίτσιρος, live one day.
No chance.
No chance. Are you sure?
Κάμε την οθόνη κανονική. Τίτσιρος που πάνω, ξα που κάτω, ρε.
Που πάνω.
Έχει 41 κόσμο που χρόνο μας, 41 people watching us. Κάνετε έναν subscribe και like, ρε παιδιά. Είναι μόνο 10 likes έχουμε. Get it up to 40. Yeah.
Να το βρω να στο στείλω γιατί για καμιά εβδομάδα είχα εφιάλτες λαλεί ο Μιχάλης που σίγει τίτσιρο ρε Στέφανε. Μιχάλη μου, ο χειρότερος εφιάλτης είναι να τελειώνει η μάπα και να τον πάρεις έσω του. Εστέλε, πήγαμε στο παιχνίδι με την ΑΕΚ που ήταν η φιέστα, right. Και πήγαμε ο Τόμ και ο Στέφανος και ο Μιχάλης, ο αρφός του Τόμ. Το λοιπόν, εγώ ήταν να αρχίσω να σχολάσω και πήγαινε ο Τόμ να πιάσει τον Στέφανο. Και είπαμε να τον πάρω εγώ πίσω, σπίτι του. Τελειώνει, φύγαμε καείς 12 ρε Στέφανε.
Όχι, ήταν ώρα 11.30 που φύγαμε.
11.30, έπια τον τηλέφωνο, είμαστε στην νότια και εκείνος ήταν στη βόρεια, opposite. Και να λέει μου, ο Τόμ φύγαμε. Να φύγουμε πια τον Στέφανο να βρεθούμε στην Κατίνα. Και άνω τον ώρα 11.30, Στέφανε, φεύγουμε τώρα, έλα στην Κατίνα να βρεθούμε. 11.30 πιάνω τον, 11.35 όμως στην Κατίνα. Ο Στέφανος ήρθε η ώρα 12.
Ναι.
Και καρτέρουν και λέει μου, ήμουν στην Κατίνα και περίμενα σε. Μα πού ρε, φού μου είναι η ώρα. Μα πού με περίμενες.
Ήμουν on the other side. Sorry, ρε, που είχαν 23,000. Sorry. And I couldn't find you.
Όχι, αλλά είπες κάτι, ήσουν μπροστά για μέ που πίνουν συνούλοι μες στη Δυτική και ήσουν για μέ. Και κατέρα το πέτρο να σε βρει για μέ.
Α, ναι, όχι. Είπαν ότι ήταν για μέ μπροστά, που ήταν ο ΜΑΕ που κάνει τη φωτοβολίδα και ευκάλα φωτογραφίες οι παίκτες και εγώ περίμενα το στην Κατίνα να φύγουμε.
No.
Τόμεν, έτσι που είπε.
No, I didn't say
Είπαν
that.
κάτι για τον ΜΑΕ.
Yeah, but I didn't say... Τσίρον που έφκανε τη φωτοβολία ο ΜΑΕ ήταν πριν τη συναυλία.
Όχι, είπες μας έφκαλσε η φανέλα και έκανες την έτσι.
What? Now we're making up stories.
Και πάω τον πάρω έσω του ρε κοπελιά. Πήγαμε στην άλλη άκρα εις Κύπρου να τον πάρω έσω του. Στέφανε την άλλη φορά να έρθεις προπαϊτός. Και να σε πάρω ξανά.
Ρε.
Να πιάσεις ταξί μου τώρα.
Εντάξει το περπάτημα να πάμε που το γήπεδο ως το αυτοκίνητο του.
Ναι, πάνε με περπάτια.
Πόσο να κάνω.
Κάμε ένα 15 λεπτό κάμε το. Anyway. Ο Σάβας. Ρε Πέτρο, Σαουί μου. Ρε Πέτρο, την σάρπα που μου έδεκες έφυγε ουρνίδικη με Άρη 3-0 έκαμε του Σπουρού και πιάμε το μαθηματικά και με την ΑΕΚ σηκώσαμε πρωτάθλημα στη Φιέστα κρατώντας το αίτητο εντός έδρας. Άλλο ρεκόρ τούτο, ρε κοπηλιά. Αίτητο in the home games.
Έχει καμιά ομάδα που το κάνει τούτο. Εντάξει, έκαναν το και ομάδες που πιάνουν το αιτήτες. Από όλο να τσιάμορφωση.
Απάντησε σου ο Μιχάλης δάμε. 23,000 δηλαδή ήταν όλοι στην κατίνα.
Στην κατίνα με λαλό για όλο το home. Everyone. Καλύτερα
δεν θα το πάρει δηλαδή ένα μάτς έφερε στον κάκτο και δεν δέραμε με ΑΕΚ να κάνουμε και φιέστα με νίκη πάλι. Έτσι. Κάκτο.
και ο Απόλλωνας.
Και ανόρθωσε 2007 πιάνε το αίτητος.
Το Απόλλωνας το 6.
Okay.
Yo, did you? Because I enjoyed it. It was the first time I ever.
Huh?
There's no need to be that long.
Kelly Mangoses.
Right. Basically, I was asking still whoever he spoke to who lives in Cyprus when they went to the fiesta. I enjoyed it. It's the first time I've ever been to that situation, like see someone lift a trophy. But it was too fucking long. By the time the players came out, I was just like, yeah, this is, come on, just speed it up a bit now. I don't know if Petros said the same to you. I don't know if anyone else has said the same, but I really was getting frustrated with it. Like, there was just no need for it.
Yeah, I think you're right. A lot of people I spoke to felt the same way. The other thing is there were hundreds of thousands of people that were in the stadium before kickoff as well. They were in the streets, so it was a really, really long day. And for me, obviously, I wasn't out there, but I remember the game finished, and I called Bedra. I said, Bedra, I need to go out, and I don't know what time I'm going to be home. So can you video call me when they're lifting the trophy so I can see it? I went out right on full time, and I was recording it on Sida, right? So I had my Mac on, and it was recording. And I went out, and I came back, and they still hadn't started. The players were being interviewed by Sida, and it was like an hour and 46 minutes that I was gone, and still nothing had happened. And I'm like, you guys are in the stadium. You've had to watch obviously watch the game, watch the concert with those two singers, and then obviously you had the drone show and all of that. And it's like, all right, I get it. They wanted to make it worth your money. Do you get what I'm saying? I get it. But my God, did it drag? My God, did it drag? And the thing is, by the time you guys left the stadium, what time was it?
12.
Right. So it's not as if you could go in the streets and party because everyone's too fucking tired, you know? But then again, I understand why they did it because you couldn't go to Ilias Boulos. So...
Το πρόβλημα ήταν επειδή ήταν Sunday. Αν ήταν Saturday, θα τον επήραζε και τόσο πολλά τον κόσμο, δεν θα δούλευε και την επόμενη μέρα. Επειδή ήταν Sunday και καρτερούσαμε και τα little shits να τραγουδήσουν, αν δεν ήταν το τραγούδι, θα ήταν μια χαρά. Γιατί τραγουδούσαν, εγώ δεν κατάλαβα λέξη, I didn't understand a word, γιατί ούτε ξέρω ποιες είναι τούτες, ούτε ξανά άκουσα τις τραγούδια. Αλλά δεν ήταν το concert, θα ήταν πολλά ωραίο show. Because the drones, φωτοβολίδες, lasers, ήταν very nice.
Yeah, but I think it was intentional with the singers because they want to appeal to a younger generation. I think that's what it is. And actually, it would be great to have Fuera or whoever it is, but a lot of the youngsters might not know them.
Just Fuera.
Και μην ξεχνάς, If these girls, have got a big social media following, they're going to put it on their social media, so the name of the club spreads. It's smart what they did. It's smart.
It's smart for marketing. The other πράγματα. That's smart because
they've brought in a consultancy firm to help with their PR, with their marketing. They άλλαξαν πολλά, man. The thema has changed a lot.
It has evolved since not last year. From especially last year, and over obviously the few other years has massively improved, I would say.
Yeah.
Social media. It has. Not just only on the pitch.
Τώρα το με καρτέρα στις γενέτσες σου λαλεί, να βγουν να τραωεί σου.
No, like, look, I mean, in a way, we need to remember he is actually Gibrils, although he's been living in America. He's probably trying to Americafy it as well, like all these shows and just different stuff. And it's just too long. I thought next to me still, there's a father and a son. They left during the concert. They were like, I've had enough. This is too much. And I agree with Pedro, but next time maybe they should consider doing the game at 4. So you can watch this stuff after 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. It's more better because we were there. Like, I think we got in the stadium like 5:40, 5:45.
Yeah.
So
it was too hot. The Tom na get amis παιχνίδι ώρα 4. It's too hot.
Anyway,
ειδικά τώρα που νυχτώνει η ώρα 8, να κάτσεις 5 ώρες μες στον ήλιο, ρε φίλε. It's too much.
They get us all out of town, right? What's your problem? Come on, get here, lazy.
Εντάξει, ό,τι πεις, φίλε.
I mean, Stefanos doesn't need a tan. Right, he's fine.
Ο Στέφανος μοιάζει Πακιστανό, γάμο.
Anyway, yeah, I was just trying to see like what people felt. Like, I enjoyed it, especially when the players were coming out. They deserved their moment. That could have been the concert for me. It was good. Some of the things they were doing and stuff like that, but the concert itself and the sound system. And to be fair to the girls, it's not their fault because the sound system there is terrible. Because even the announcers announcing all these people, I even said to Petro, "Look, my Greek is not as obviously as good as his. Did you understand anything they're saying?" Jobel was like, well, not even half. I didn't understand any of it, to be fair.
No.
So yeah, I think it's a bit unfair for those girls like to sing with that shit sound system.
Θέλω, μίλω με ένα φίλο μου σήμερα από η λίστα, πολλά καλό φίλο μου, και συζητούσαμε, αλλάξουμε θέμα τώρα, ρε Εστέλ, εσύ μπορεί να ξέρεις κάτι παραπάνω. Και μιλούσαμε για το θέμα που ήβρασε, και τον επενδυτή που ήβρασε. Και λέει μου, ο φίλος μου ότι και πάλι που ήβρε επενδυτή το Apoel, θα βρει εύκολα τα πόθηκια του για να πάει για πρωταθλητισμό. Και λέω του why, ρε. Αφού ο ίδιος είπασαι, έτσι είπε ο ίδιος, ότι να βάλει κάθε χρόνο 13-14 εκατομμύρια για τον budget και θα διά και 4 εκατομμύρια πας στο χρέος κάθε χρόνο. Τώρα, if it's true, ο φόους ή ξέρω και εγώ, κοινός ο φίλος μου εμπιστεύει ότι θα σταεί στα πόκια του το Apoel έτσι εύκολα. Με τον επενδυτή γιατί είναι πολλά τα χρέη. Εσάς λαλί μας, τα χρέη σας ήταν 17-18 εκατομμύρια λαλί, είναι διαφορετικά. Εμάς είναι 40 και λαλί, δεν είναι έτσι εύκολο να σταεί στα πόκια του το Apoel. Και αν υπάρχει λαλί επενδυτής.
Πάλι τα ίδια ευκολύνει με εκείνους.
Άρα, εντάξει, εγώ πιστεύω υπάρχει γιατί ευκάλαν και το όνομα του ανθρώπου έξω και δείξαν τον. Άρα, ναι. What do you think, Esther?
Πρώτα απ' όλα, this Liassi guy isn't the guy with the money.
Oh.
And
He's finding the people with the money. That's his job. That's what he does. So he's gone to the United States. He's talking to an investment firm, right? But it's more complicated than people understand. It's all about the shares that are involved, right? And you've got people like Mani Dara and all these other people that still have shares. So the only way they can figure out is by diluting the shares and then issuing new shares, as in like ownership percentages.
But
It doesn't.
Sorry to interrupt. And then έτσι που είπατε να κάνουμε ότι θα δώκουν τα shares του. That's what I said.
Well, yeah, but
Everyone said.
yeah, but it's more complicated than that, because if you own shares, then you can't be forced to give them away unless it's a certain percentage. I think if it's over 80%, then you have to give them away, if that makes sense. It's difficult to explain, bro, but they owe money to people, allegedly, to loan sharks, allegedly, and the mafia and all that kind of stuff, which means that any investor that comes in is going to want full control before putting any money into the club. No businessman that has got any mental strength or anything that is intelligent is going to put money into a club that is financially chaotic and then leave someone else in charge. So fresh investment is what the club needs, which allows these people to negotiate, restructure, even settle any debts. So if they don't have new money coming in, then the situation ain't going to fix itself. So it's a difficult situation. It's a difficult one. It's not going to fix overnight.
Oh, 100. If it happens.
But that's the thing. A lot of their fans think that it's going to get someone's going to come in and he's going to fix everything. It really ain't that easy. And if these people aren't football people, then they got to bring in people that are. I mean, look at Baba Stavro. He's not a football person, yeah. But when he came, he had people around him that knew football. But then slowly, these people left, and then he started bringing in this one and that one, and started trusting people that didn't know what was going on, and we ended up in the shit. We were still relatively successful, but there were no signs of progress. But like, I don't know, man. Their situation is very, very complicated one. Very complicated.
So you believe even αντάβρωση με τους investors, I think, and I agree with my friend, that it would take them time to be stabilized. Δηλαδή έφτανε που τη μια μέρα στην άλλη να κάνουν ομάδα just like that.
Yeah.
Look, from what I understand, they've got 8 million euros in what they call issued share capital. But the company, Apoel, whatever it is, limited, is authorized for about 50 million euros in share capital, which basically means that there's about 43 million worth of shares that are sitting there that are unused. So it potentially means that Apoel won't need existing shareholders to sell their shares for a new investor to take control. So effectively what they will do is that the Ederia is going to issue more shares or new shares to the incoming investor through what they call a capital increase. And then that way the new investor is going to inject the money into the club, but the existing shareholders are going to see their ownership percentage diluted, which I said before. So, I don't know, man.
Φίλε, εμένα το άλλο ερώτημα μου, είπα το και παλιά που ήταν με τους Βραζιλιάνους. Ήβρες επενδυτή, you find an investor, and he starts putting money. Μα πότε να ξεχρεώσει τα 40 million για να κέφτει να βγάλει κέρδος Κίνος.
Και μόνο το 40 million. Μα και μόνο το 40 million.
Όλα το 40. Μόνο το 40.
Έχει και γίνον του κράτους.
Ναι. Άις τον budget, άις το κράτος, άις το ό,τι θέλεις, άις τα. Μείνε στα 40, εντάξει. Πότε ξεχρεώνεις 40 million και να αρχίσεις να βγάλεις κέρδος για να πεις ότι συμφέρει σου κάνεις invest σε μια ομάδα. Γιατί ο Παπασταύρου είπε ότι περάσαν τόσα χρόνια και ακόμα δεν έφκαλε τα μάνη του, λαλή. Δεν έφκαλε κέρδος, λαλή. Που ήταν 17 εκατομμύρια. Έτσι είπε ο Παπασταύρου πέρσι, αν θυμάστε. Ότι που 40. Πότε να τα βγάλω, ρε.
Ναι.
Δεν ξέρω τέλος πάει, με η λογική τη δική μου, ο γιος μου είναι 8. Κάποιος να αρκεύει να βγάλει κέρδος, ο γιος μου να γίνει 108. Εγώ νομίζω πάνω από 100 χρόνια να καταφέρει να ξεχρεώσει μια ομάδα και αρκεύει να βγάλει κέρδος. Είναι πολλά τα χρέη. Και να προσθέσουν και που είναι ο Στέφανος, το κράτος, το budget. Γιατί ναι, μένει 40, 45, 30, δεν ξέρω εγώ, αλλά κάθε χρόνο μπαίνουν και άλλα χρέη.
Almost 50. And almost 50.
Δεν ξέρω.
Δεν ξέρω τα φανερά.
I know I disagree. It's an easy.
Well, look, if you look at the financial statements, yeah, for them, right, their revenue is about 8.7 million, right, but their liabilities are 39 million, and their annual loss is around 5.5. I mean, the assets are 4.7 million, the liabilities are 39.3, which is mental. It's mental.
Christ.
Still, do you know what? I wanted to ask you this because you obviously work for a football agency and stuff. Like, I don't get how you could be an agent of a player and says, "Hi, Apoel interested to like sign you up." Why on earth would you send that player there? Because surely you're not going to get paid either. So what is the? I don't get it.
Some football clubs are known for not paying on time, if at all. Yeah. If you know that this club wants your player and you know they've got a reputation for not paying, you ask the questions. How are you going to pay?
Mm-hmm.
Simple. That's the first thing I would say to them. How are you going to pay? And they might come up with an excuse or say, well, you know, our reputation and it's all false and blah, 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 blah. That's when you start asking questions to other agents that you know or players that you might know. What's happening with your situation? Some clubs are able to pay players' wages because they might have a sponsor paying that player's wages. Right. Like, for example, one club who brought in a midfielder in the summer that also signed a contract extension. This club is also in debt. The president of their handball team owns a real estate company and he is paying that player's wages.
Is it? Are we talking about A2THEPSHOW?
I didn't say the name of the team.
Oh, okay.
Probably then. Probably.
I didn't say the name of the team. I didn't say the name of the player.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But I think Stefano mentioned him before like that. I can't remember who I was talking to. Maybe it was you, Stefano, who said to me that the only way they can get away with it is because of this.
And a certain midfielder, a certain winger that plays for a certain rival team of ours that joined in January is also being funded by a sponsor, allegedly.
Okay.
So what a lot of these clubs do, if they're targeting a player and they can't afford them, they might reach out to a sponsor or a potential sponsor, say, look, we want to sign this player. You're sponsoring us already. Can you fund his wages? And we will give you extra stuff, extra whatever it is, you know, extra tickets or privileges or that kind of stuff.
Ναι ρε φίλε, πάλι συμφέρει τους να κάνουν έτσι πράγμα. So if you're gonna pay a player 200k a year, με ένα νούμερο, δεν ξέρω. Μα για να καιρώσεις κάποιον 200.000 που είναι μπούγκα, δεν μπορεί να πιάσεις πίσω τα tickets, τα privilege, να πιάσεις 2.000 ευρώ πίσω που τα tickets, 3.000.
Right, but what they're thinking is that if the player signs, there's two things that they're banking on. A, they qualify for Europe, so they're able to get extra money or whatever to fund things. Or B, they sell the player in the future.
But it's not this.
Well, he's contracted to the club, so he's theirs. He's registered to the club, so he's theirs. I mean, what contract is? I don't know how many contracts are signed for the player and how many contracts are set. Which contract is sent to the CFA to be registered? Because we've seen in the past, like PASP have been very, very vocal about it. How some players in the δεύτερη τρίτη κατηγορία, they've been signing skio symbolia, right? One of them has got a certain salary to meet the tax bracket and to avoid tax, and the other one is a contract that the player thinks he's going to get paid, and one of them is submitted to the CFA, and it's not the one that the player thinks he's signed. Sue me. I mean, it's there. It's out there. Sue PASP. It's there. They've released statements about it numerous occasions. So I'm not saying anything new.
I mean, bro, even
Beautiful game.
even as an agent, you go there, you negotiate. You want έχει κάποιους agents που κάνουν τσινό που τους συμφέρει τσινός. Όχι για το καλό τους, όχι για το καλό του παίχτη τους. Έχει και agents, πες πας τώρα να κάνεις negotiate με την ομάδα και θέλεις, είσαι ένας agent που κόφτεις για τον παίχτη σου, πες. Πάει και κάνεις negotiate με την ομάδα. Πες. Φίλε, first of all, the reputation which is in your mother. Second of all, you also want to do your research, or at least you have to do your research anyway to protect your player. What's going on? If the players are getting paid, or if they're getting paid, or how they're getting paid, or what's like
when.
All the chaos που γεννήσκεται και μέσα εκεί. Δηλαδή, είσαι ένας agent, τουλάχιστον που σε κόφτει για τον παίχτη του. Φίλε, δεν πάεις να πέσεις με την παγίδα.
Μα φίλε, όπως λέει ο Στέλ, ότι δεν τον καιρώνει η ομάδα, καιρώνει τον το company. Γι' αυτό τον παίχτη μπορεί να μην τον κόφτει αν παίζει, όχι κόφτει τον να θα καιροχεί.
Okay,
I'll tell you what. I'll give you an example. Okay? Hypothetically speaking, I'm not an agent, but let's pretend in this scenario that I'm an agent. Έχω 5 παίχτες that need a new club. 5 of them. Okay? And I pick up the phone and I speak to, again, paradigma, I speak to Pedridi. Paradigma. We're using this as an example. Maggie, I've got this player, one player. What do you think? Oh, I like him. Εντάξει, well, he needs this salary. Εντάξει, we can't pay him much, but we pay certain amount. Εντάξει, you can have this player, right? And this να τον πληρώσεις 250,000, you pay him 170 του χρόνου, right? Αλλά you need to take 2 more of my players in the future. So in January, you take 2 more players. You take him now, το καλοκαίρι, and then when the January comes, you take 2 more. Συγγνώμη, αλλά we can't afford. But I've got a friend at παράδειγμα Aradipu that will sign this player and will loan him to Aradipu so they can pay his wages. These things happen. Now, I'm not saying these clubs do it. I'm not saying they do. Exactly. But it's not uncommon. It's not uncommon. And it's no surprise. I'll give you an example. Man United, when they had Ten Hag, how many players did Manchester United sign that were represented by the same agency that Ten Hag was with?
All of them.
And then when Ten Hag went to Leverkusen, the Brentford goalkeeper went to Leverkusen, who so happens to be at the same agency as Ten Hag.
Όπως τον Højlund. You pay 70 million. Højlund.
Anthony, Onana.
Yeah, Onana.
Get Aliba. So this is what I'm saying. Don't just look at the agent. Also look at the sporting directors. Yeah? Διότι, asas bogadi. If you look at some teams, there's one in Limassol, I'm not going to say which one, every chrono, 10, 12 παίχτες come and 10, 12 leave. So what's the amount of mizzes or mizza, whatever rhetoric you want to put it? How much do you think the sporting director gets at that club? Yeah? Legally, an agent, if the player's salary is up to 250,000 euros a year, the agent gets 5%. Anything above that, κάνουν 3% commission. Yeah? So if I say to a sporting director, I've got 3 players for you, but you get Vega di Zegadon from my Tria or Bende.
I wonder what is the worst league in the world for these type of things in terms of players not getting paid.
Mate, listen, for players that don't get paid.
Yeah.
Hey, you can look at Georgia, you can look at Hungary, you can look at Greece, you can look at Cyprus, you can look at Turkey, you can look at various nations.
China, Saudi.
No, China and Saudi, I don't think you do. You get those problems. I don't think you get those problems.
Really?
I think the first
Ukraine,
time
Bosnia, Serbia.
The first time I ever heard of it, there was years when I was still at school. About, I think, was it a goalkeeper called Luke Steele who used to play for Panathinaikos?
Yeah.
And he was the first one who came out and said that I'm not getting paid. And stuff like that. I never heard of this issue. I was like, Jesus Christ. And he said, the sad thing is I actually like being here. But I don't know if they paid him in the end or not.
Yeah, we had it back in the day, man. I remember even Fofi was telling us on the podcast. He'd tell us he'd go to the supermarket and there'd be Omonoia fans paying for his fine because the club wasn't paying.
That's bad order.
But this is the thing, like when you're involved in football, right, and you see what happens. I mean, I can tell you, I've seen the list of positions many clubs in Cyprus want to fill in the summer, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, why you want to sign that position? You've already got Dodade. Why? And I'm sitting there thinking, do these players even know that the club is looking to replace them?
Look, I do understand it. Like, sometimes we don't look at it from their point of view. Some of them get treated like dog shit from the fans and from the club itself as well. So there is times there is no loyalty in the sport at all. What was the player we had? Matavs, the way we treated him, literally just non-existent. Was never around. Yeah.
And not only.
Yeah. Πόσες φορές, Πέτρο, με τον Λουίζου, είχε φορές που συμφωνάς με τον Λουίζου, είχε φορές λαλείς, όχι ρε Λουίζου, δεν μου κάνεις, αλλά ακόμα, Giginos, he had his points to say.
Have you seen that comment from Michali? The last one?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. I will tell you this now, yeah? It isn't easy to bring in someone from the UK that is reputable. Because if there's someone that's right, because Broda Bola, right? I'll be 100% honest, because this is from my experience. People in the UK, the United States, these big nations that have got people with money, Cyprus is very, very low in their choice of places to invest their money. Why? Because we know about the corruption that happens in Cyprus. Don't think that the golden passport situation has gone away. Don't think that all the other shit that's happened over the years in Cyprus has gone away. It's still there. In fact, it's even worse. Okay? So anyone that is reputable, that has money, will not look at Cyprus as a place to invest their money at a football club. Perhaps property, perhaps green energy, perhaps anything that is, I guess,
outside football. You don't want to look at it.
But any American investor that's serious isn't going to look at Apoel and say, oh, wow, this is great, because they're going to want to investigate everything. Yeah. Why do you have X amount of money owed, and where is it owed to? Who is it owed to? Because let's not forget, right? If Paradigma, they owe money to the alleged underworld. Let's just say, for example, if it's someone like Bill Gates, I don't know, I'm just talking about someone reputable that's got a big reputation, yeah? Would he want to get involved in an organization that has so much dirt? No, they don't. So it's going to be someone that wants, and again, this is my opinion. It's going to be someone that wants to hide their money or wash their money. Okay?
Well, actually, maybe it was a bad example still. He was named in the Epstein files, so maybe he...
Well, okay, so was
corruption.
So was, what's his name? What's his name? The guy in the wheelchair. What was his name?
Hawking. Steve Hawking.
Hawking. Well, what was he doing there? Oh, yes, I like that one.
Anyway.
Put the baby oil down. I'm not into that.
Too many games. Da skeptica. Never thought about the rest there. Εντάξει, I don't have no idea. Those you need to know the agents, but
Jalon Brahma, right? Jalon Brahma, right? And again, these are things that perhaps we might not want to be talking about, but look at what's been happening in the second division with Ayanaba, yeah? Red envelope, yeah? Red envelope. Red.
Christ.
Yeah? Bro, they're being accused of 3 games match fixing. 3, yeah? And if they get found guilty, they're done. They're gone for 5 years.
A certain club should have get a red envelopes, not envelope.
Right. And I'll tell you something else. I don't know if you read the report on Barathima the other day. Yeah. Apparently, a Swiss investor is interested in buying Ayanaba. Convenient. Where Switzerland, is almost untouchable. Certain people, certain former presidents of football clubs have been interviewed by the FBI in Switzerland. No names mentioned.
That's insane.
Double contract in Cyprus, the one submitted, the other is unsigned. Who does it? The name resemblance is purely coincidental, no liability or association is implied.
Well, I think there's one team that no longer exists. The initials B, Omicron, and C. No. Sorry, Teddy P. Listen, I know Bonnie Blue is in Ayanaba at the moment.
Yeah.
So my question is, why at 11 o'clock are you on watching this podcast and you're not with another 999 men?
Big questions there.
I'm just asking the question.
They got more frozen, isn't it?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
See, it's not just me.
I've got Roy's internet too. Πολλά παιχνίδια παίζονται. Oh my God.
30 games.
Well, it happens everywhere. Still, do you remember, again, I was 15, 16 when Mascherano and Tevez first came to the Premier League, and there was that big controversy with that guy as well.
Third-party ownership.
Yeah, that brought them into West Ham and blah, blah, blah. Like, it happens all over. It's fortunately, it's part of the game.
Well, they've done away with it. But here's the other thing, right? This Almeida that came in the summer at Apoel, yeah, he's brought in a couple of players here and there. How have they afforded to get them in? How have they afforded to pay their salaries? I think, my opinion, I think something stinks with that as well.
Even Manidara said the other time that Almeida πώς το είπε, χωρίς μισθό δουλεύει with no salary, he said.
No, because he's getting his business, bro.
From where?
Again,
from the players.
You bring in a player, the player's salary is being paid, and you get a percentage of the salary. This is
agent fee. Remember the contracts.
But that's the problem. They're not paying his salary.
Well, yeah, no. Well, not all not every player is going without. Some players are being paid, and I need to get my facts right with this one. But I'm pretty certain in the press conference when they announced him, I think they did mention that he would get a percentage of any player's sales or something like that. I need to look into that. I don't want to get my facts wrong with that.
Το μόνο πράγμα που θυμούμαι είπε ότι αν κλείσει συμφωνία με τους Βραζιλιάνους να πιάσει ένα ποσοστό. I remember that one. That's what I said to him. Just a moment. Putting the charger.
Mind you, are they going to appeal their decision to ban them from transfer bans, or they've definitely got it?
Well, if they pay what is owed, then they're clear.
Because I honestly think they're going to get worse. They're going to get worse. They're going to get worse if they're not. Even if they find an investor and they can't buy anybody, it's not going to make a difference.
Non-binary.
Sorry?
Huh?
What did you say? Non-binary? That's what I heard.
What the fuck?
Oh, George, who said a George Hadikes?
He's become a dad. Συγχαρητήρια. Congratulations. Όχι, και βάστο. Έγινε και παπάς.
Κι αυτό δυνατά Tom.
Hope you're well. Not watched live lately. Just become a dad. But congratulations again to Omonoia in the season. Hope the club invests well so we can see another Cyprus team in the Champions League. George?
Hey, George. Fuck Omonoia. Fuck everything. Congratulations, φίλε μου.
Yeah.
Το μωρό να είναι καλά, η υγεία και στη μάπα. Να χαίρεσαι το μωρό σου και να είναι καλά και congratulations, φίλε. Fuck the teams.
Yeah,
Να είσαι καλά.
honestly.
Yeah.
I'm playing pool table with two drunk Scottish because we're watching you from the tablet. Say hello. Hello from the...
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Click subscribe and like. There, guys.
What's in this?
Yeah.
Huh?
Hopefully
Hearts.
Celtic or Hearts?
Oh.
Άντε ρε George, να πάμε για φάη, είπαμε το.
Hearts?
Petros paying.
No problem, rest.
From one dad to another dad. Let's see, me and Stefano escaped this.
Nah. Actually, you're not coming, but no problem.
No.
Oh, Rangers. Oh.
Rangers. Αλλά είναι τα κρίμα γίνει
Hearts, ρε.
χαρτ που είναι.
Ναι. Λυπήκατε.
Ήταν πρώτη σου όλο το πρωτάθλημα και για 85 λεπτά ήταν πρώτη και μέσα σε 5 λεπτά χάσαν το πρωτάθλημα, ρε, σε 5 λεπτά.
They got us in choke. But anyway.
Ναι, φίλε.
Mind you, I was at the second goal of Celtic. One of the goals was like a very dubious offside. Yeah, like
Just offside.
Yeah. Probably more corruption there as well.
Anyway, Celtic won it with... με κούντιμα. Με το κούντιμα. Επειδή ήταν το προηγούμενο παιχνίδι που παίξαν, δέναν 3-2 και βάλαν γκολ στο 90-9 και πρέπει να το παιχνίδι πρέπει να τελειώσει 3 λεπτά πριν την ώρα.
Guys, do you remember when we played Girona in the Europa League?
Girona?
Yeah.
No.
When we lost away from home 3-1 when Ernest scored.
No. Girona y Granada, ρε.
Was it Granada?
Granada.
Granada.
I thought it was Girona. For some reason I thought it was
Ναι,
Girona.
Granada, ναι.
Granada.
Ναι. Asante scored.
Yeah.
Hang about. Are they second division, Granada?
Yeah.
Ναι, I think they went down, ναι.
Holy shit. Fucking hell. That's even worse. I thought we played Girona because Girona got relegated today.
No, it was Granada.
Yeah, they're 14th in the second division. Fuck me.
And we lost 2-1 in Spain and
2-1.
νομίζω ότι σκόραρε ο Asante.
They're fucking mid-table, man. Second division. Fandasol, we could be playing Champions League next season.
Yeah.
Mad.
Still, if we go Europa League, will you be happy? Still be happy? I would.
Yes and no. I mean, I'm not ungrateful. You know, it's there were so many years where we didn't get into Europe, or we were shafted qualifying for Europe. You know, it almost feels that we're taking it for granted that we're getting into Europe regularly now. Yes, I'd be disappointed if we get into the Europa League, because Champions League is like the holy grail for us. You know, we've never done it. You know, Europa League, maybe it's a better chance of getting further in the competition. I mean, I still think that we would have gone very, very deep into the Conference League if a certain someone didn't make mistakes.
Yeah, I remember.
Because we were cruising in Croatia, man.
We could have won, man. Now,
Like even the first leg, still we were cruising in that game as well. Yeah, and I'm not going to blame us over that game, but again, we just missed so many opportunities
it was the
in that
fault.
game as well.
It was the one-on-one from Maya in the first half, just before half time.
Yep.
And then Haji Giovanni missed the chance second half as well. Yeah, and Duxie, like, these things happen. But again, maybe it was a blessing in disguise, because if we were still in Europe, maybe now we'd still be talking about, you know, challenging. Like, it's going to go down to the last day. You never know. You just never know. Things happen for a reason. It's like I said before with Aguzul getting injured. If it weren't for him getting injured, then we wouldn't have signed Balkovets.
And I remember still during that period when we were in the knockout, Bezamir Yega, our form wasn't good. We were losing games, drawing games. Like, it was a hindrance for us.
We lost to Rijeka, then we lost to Apoel, then we lost to Rijeka, and then didn't we draw against Apollon?
Yeah, home game at on a Monday night, I think it was. Yeah, 2-2 in the end. 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
1-1.
Does anybody know about these messages?
I've heard it. I've heard about that.
Πρώτη φορά το ακούω.
Ρε man, έχουμε deal με τη Macron until 2027.
It doesn't matter. They can buy it out.
Yeah, they can. They can.
They can buy it out.
Yeah.
And if you look on the what's it called, the Green Boutique, there's a lot of Macron stuff that is being knocked down. I think price-wise, I think.
So maybe they could be heading into a new direction. I mean, let's be honest. 6 years with them, we had good success. We won the league. Since τον Τζον που φιάμε που την Puma, πιάμε πρωτάθλημα μαζί τους. We challenged και την χρονιά για δυο. Ναι, την χρονιά, ναι. Πιάμε και ο κύπελλα. Εντάξει, during those times we won the cups. Δεν ήμασταν καλοί στο πρωτάθλημα, but we still won trophies. Μπήκαμε και ο Μίλους την πρώτη φορά.
5 φορές σωστά.
And the first time with them, and now 5 times. So, bro, they've been successful for us. Some memorable kids, good kids as well. Like, I'm happy. Especially,
I've got a question. Am I the only one that noticed we wore the white kit the whole time in the playoffs?
We changed it.
Like, what happened?
It's weird because they're not wearing the.
Chaos Toretto.
Now you mentioned.
Back to yesterday.
Opposing goalkeeper of Nigeria with a lot of potential at 50% discount.
Ούλο περιπέζει ο Μιχάλης, ούλο περιπέζει.
Troll.
Εγώ, Esther, no, everybody. After 7 years, βλέπετε τον Παπασταύρου successful?
Yeah.
Pneumonia.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Alright, rate it out of 10 then. That's a good one.
10.
Εντάξει.
9. Say 9.
9!
No.
I would say 8.
I would say 7 or 8, yeah. Think about it, Stefani. We had some weird times.
Μπορούσε να τα κάνει καλύτερα. Και τις 2 χρονιές που πιάμε το κύπελλο, λίγη παραπάνω ποιότητα να είχαμε, μπορούσαμε να διεκδικούσαμε προάθλημα. Θα ήμασταν 6η, 7η, και τις 3 χρονιές που μας, 2 χρονιές έκτη και μια φορά
Και
ευκήγαμε
πέρσι ήταν
εκτός
καλή
της
χρονιά, και πέρσι ήταν καλή χρονιά, και προπέρσι. Ναι, αλλά έχουν πάρει πρέπει να δεις το progress που έκαμε από τον καιρό που ήρθαν. Δηλαδή,
Ναι.
φίλε, θυμούμαι εγώ, I remember, ήταν η πρώτη του χρόνια που ήρθαν. Και θυμούμαι ρε Πετρό, ευκήγαμε που η δόξα από κύπελλο, και είναι η χρονιά. Και I'm looking around, επία στο παιχνί, ήταν στο Μακάριο, and I'm looking
Yeah.
around, and I remember, is this club ever gonna go forward? Like, πού φτάσαμε. Αδιάφοροι εντελώς, μπήκαμε, μπορούσαν άνετα να ήμασταν group B, μπήκαμε λόγω του Ζόχο, για εκείνο το πράγμα που έγινε με όρθωση. Έφυγα από η δόξα τώρα, που το κυπέλλο, τρώω τις κάθε μάτς, βάλε μου 5 η Σαλαμίνα, και ρε φίλε, are we gonna have any future? Like, πού έφτασαμε λάβο, εκείνη την στιγμή. And then, when he made the right choices, then he not learned, but brought footballing people, κατάλαβε λίγο παραπάνω, τουλάχιστον, μετά από την catastrophic season. Εντάξει, ήταν και η πρώτη χρονιά, συνέχιζε, είναι κάπως off, διάστου το free, ας πούμε, την χρονιά, να αποτύχει, επειδή ήδη η ομάδα ήταν με την κατάντια που ήταν πριν έρθει ο Παπασταύρου, χωρίς τα που έκαμε challenge για το πρωτάθλημα την επόμενη χρονιά. Νιώθες περήφανος την χρονιά, νιώθες περήφανος να είσαι Ομονιάτης. Έφερε τον Μπέρκ, που σε έκαμε να είσαι περήφανος να είσαι Ομονιάτης ξανά. Looking forward to watching your team. Να μπορεί τουλάχιστον να πιάνει παίχτες για να μπορείς να κάνεις compete. Και την επόμενη ακόμα που το έπιασε στο πρωτάθλημα ακόμα καλύτερα. Yes, they've made mistakes. Yes, they've fucked up. And they know it. And they know it as well. Of course, 100. We know it. We said it multiple times. It was disastrous. But if you're looking at it overall, like, just a marketing. Just a πώς επίεν μπροστά, ειδικά φέτει η ομάδα, σε στούν τα πράγματα, success on the pitch, European, παίζουμε Ευρώπη ποιον. And it's like it's nothing for us, playing in Europe. It's normal at this point. Δηλαδή σκέφτομαι πόσο είναι μεγάλος είναι η Ομόνοια.
It's normal, γιατί παίζουμε συνέχεια Conference League. Γι' αυτό που είπα πριν στο Στέλι και με το Europa League είμαι happy, γιατί κάνουμε και το next step. Φεύγουμε από το Conference και πάμε Europa.
Ναι, αλλά
έχουμε απευθείας Champions League, happy. Αλλά
ότι είναι μεγάλος είναι η Ομόνοια. Τον Τζερόμ Μπούρτεν πιστεύεις ότι είναι μεγάλος είναι η Ομόνοια.
Άνετα ρε φίλε, άνετα. Και τούτο που μας είπε πριν ο φίλος για την Αντίτας ρε φίλε, πας να κλείνει συμφωνίες ο Παπασταύρου, έχω του 100% εμπιστοσύνη. Είναι η ουλιά του να κλείσει συμφωνίες. Γι' αυτό είναι εκείνος που είναι. Γιατί κάτι ξέρει παραπάνω από εμάς. Θυμάστε πως έκατσε 5 ο Καραπατάκης.
5 ο Καραπατάκης, 5 Σαλαμίνα, 4 Πόλωνας, 4 πόσα, που τον κάχαινα. Το Αποέλ, πούλους. Ήμασταν ένα μπουρδέλο, ήμασταν το meme της Κύπρου.
Still question for everybody. Yeah. Everybody. Φέτος, τούτο που είδαμε κάτι που όλοι παραδεχτήκασαν ότι ήμασταν ανώτεροι at everything. Είναι επειδή παίκτες ποιότητας που εφέραμε ή επειδή ο Παπασταύρου ήταν κάθε μέρα στην Κύπρο και άλλαξε το mentality, άλλαξε το Κίνος ή οι παίκτες που φέραμε είχαν ήδη το mentality ή πιστεύετε και τα δύο μαζί. Εγώ πιστεύω, γνώμη δική μου, ήταν επειδή ήταν ο Παπασταύρου, ήταν δαμέ και έβλεπε. Και είδαμε αυτό που είδαμε φέτος. My opinion.
I think it's everything. I think it's everything. From the new coach to the coaching staff to bringing back Simo to bringing the players that we have done to everything pieced together, because you need everything to be right. If you've got one or two problemata, then it fucks everything up.
We are grateful to. Let me just read the comment. We are grateful to him, but he fucked up everything after the league title season in 2021, and he also threw Berg under the bus.
That's why I hold the grudge against him. That's why I hold the grudge, not only because he threw Berg under the bus, but τα ούλα που πει αρχή τις τελευταίες χρονιές μετά από Gino. Yeah, I hold
you have to realize that sometimes they have to make these mistakes to learn from them.
Yeah.
And I think that's the mistake that I made. Where I was thinking more with my heart more than anything. That he had to make these mistakes to learn from them, because he had to realize that you can't just walk into a club and win the league title and not do anything about it. I think he was naive. I think he trusted the wrong people. I think he was let down by a lot of people. But, you know, if you want to talk about rating his time at Omonoia, you can't judge it now because the job isn't done yet. He hasn't built a new stadium because that's part of the plan. Haven't got in the Champions League because that's part of the ambition. He hasn't made us a dominant force, which again is what he wants to do. So,
for now, how much you give him for now?
I would give him probably an 8. I'd give him an 8. And again, that's because, let's get it right, we've won 2 cups and 2 league titles. We've achieved European group stage, 5 times, 6 times, 5 times, if that. You know, we've made some pretty big signings that, okay, some haven't worked out, but we've made signings to say, well, we're dead serious about moving things forward. We've improved a lot, especially from a PR strategy, but a lot of mistakes have been made, and I think a lot of damage has been done, but it's not irreparable, you know. For every Tajuri Shradi, there's a Willy Semedo. So, you know, for every Neil Lennon, there's a Henning Berg. Like, it's easy for us to sit here and be critical because you're going to pick out the negative stuff, but we can't be over complimentary because the job isn't done yet.
He's done many things, but like you said, the job is not done yet.
Yeah.
He's done many things.
Compare it with Bafos, and you will get your answer on whether you will be a little disappointed if we do not qualify for the Champions League. Yeah, to a certain extent, yeah, it's a good point. And μπορεί να κάνει Bafos, μπορούμε να γεμίσουμε να κάνουμε.
Ναι, αλλά εγώ λαλώ ότι ξανά, αν πάω στο Europa League θα είμαι τόσο disappointed. Αν πάω Conference League να είμαι. I will be disappointed.
Pedro,
the last 5 years.
Your mother's with Exani Bafo, yes, in the qualifiers, where they played Dinamo Kiev and they played Red Star Belgrade. And who else did they play in the qualifiers? The Israeli team, Maccabi something, whatever it was, right?
Tel Aviv.
What was it? You mean to tell me that this current Omonoia team can't beat those teams?
100%. Of course they can.
You'd be one of them.
They can, but Europe is different. It's like one mistake and you're done for. Like, it's just on that game.
Well, listen, Buffon needed a last-minute goal from Jaja to get them into the Champions League, but they did it. Yeah. So, listen, the way I see it is, it's easy for us to compare us to other teams. Oh, look, if Buffer did it, why can't we? If Anorthodoxy did it, why can't we? If them lot got to the quarterfinals, why can't we? Times are different. Football's different. And it's going to get even more difficult in the summer because your English teams are going to have more money to spend. So they're going to get stronger. You've got other teams in the European the qualifiers that are going to bring in their own players. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think we need to focus on what we're doing and what we need to get right and see what happens.
Do you think we have the players, the current team we have?
No.
We can do it.
No. And that, again, that's not being disrespectful to them. I just think that when you're in that elite competition, don't get me wrong. Listen, don't forget your opponents are going to be just as hungry, especially if they come from a lesser nation.
Yeah. Also,
They're going to put themselves in the shop window.
you know,
Però poi io studiando this is a good one. No, I meant, would you trade the 2 championship, the 2 cups of Buffalo's 1 champion, 1 cup, and 2 qualifiers in the conference and in the CL?
no.
No, I wouldn't, because at the end of the day, some of you remember that you win the trophy. Being in the Champions League, it's not, unless you go far, which I'm not saying we can't. We're going to do that, but it's just nothing. It's just a memory.
No, at least for Cypriot team is not. It's massive.
It is massive, but
understand his point. Yeah, you can
have the cup.
Financially, Tom, is gigantic.
Yeah.
Not only as an achievement, but financially as well. That namaste. Namasubon na fiyon ko kres any ξέρω. Αλλά τουλάχιστον it's a big bragging rights is a massive as well. Would be massive for you as an achievement, for your history, for your club. That to do it as well for the first time in your history it's gonna be insane. But I wouldn't trade.
Look, για μένα, να μου λέει ο Πέτρος για το Europa League. Yeah, carry on.
You remove, it's like all those memories that you've been through all these years mean nothing.
Για μένα, συμφωνώ με τον Πέτρο. It wouldn't disappoint me για το Europa League. The only thing that would disappoint me, best τώρα we are playing Red Star Belgrade, Dynamo Kiev, and we just get battered by them, and it's one of those games where it's like we did nothing. We didn't at least have some professional pride. Like, if I'm in this period, let's compare like in the cup with AL, we weren't that angry because of the performance. We were angry because how we got screwed, you know. So in Evrobi, I don't want us to go out on like getting battered and not showing up. Especially even against Riega, we actually were playing well, as like what Stel said, but just big mistakes at the back, especially from one man, and it changed everything.
Φίλε, εγώ να σταθώ σε εκείνα που είπε ο Μπέρκ, ότι είπε ότι του χρόνου θα είμαστε καλύτεροι. That's what he said. So, και το άλλο, do you trust him this time, Restel?
Yeah, I do.
Make things better?
I do. And the other thing, going back to the question, would I swap? The reason I say no is pretty simple. What are Buffer doing now? I'm talking about the present. They've done that. They've won the league. They've won the cup. They might even win the cup again. And they got to the Conference League or they got Champions League. But what are they doing now? Because what it looks to me is that they're throwing shit at a wall and hope that it sticks. Where's the stability? They've got a coach there that is known for constantly getting himself into trouble, getting banned from the dugout, having to sit in the stands for 6 months, which is what he did at them lot. Okay, he won the title, but you know, you're talking about a completely different situation. Let's just say they don't win the cup. That means they're not in Europe.
Yeah.
No, it is. It does. Sorry, it does, because they're fourth. So they get Conference League. Yeah. All right, fine. They're going to be one of the seeded teams. Great. Then what? They're going to have to bring in players in the summer, completely restructure everything that they've done. Yeah. They're not paying massive salaries like people think they're going to pay, because I've seen what they're looking for. I know what the salaries are, and there's nothing there that shows me, oh, well, you know? So I'm looking at us and thinking, well, we've got a league title now. We've got another league title. We've got 2 cups, potentially Champions League. If we get into the Champions League, let's say if we get into the Champions League, that question, do you change it? Because we get to the Champions League, then we've eclipsed what they've done.
Overdone it, yeah. For me, we've been, even without the Champions League, for me, we've been the most successful club in Cyprus over the last six years. Anyway. For me.
Stefano, let's say, again, hypothetically speaking, we don't get in the Champions League, but we get into the Europa League, and we actually get out of the Europa League group stage, and we get to, say, quarterfinals. Is that more of a success than getting to the Champions League group stage?
No, it's big because you're in a already stronger competition with. There's some teams that can be in the Champions League that you're going to face it as well, but it's the Europa League, it's not the Champions League. But you go through, and you're going to get a lot of money as well there. But it's not as big because if you're looking at it financially,
I don't know, Stefano.
If you're looking at it financially, I'm saying.
Yeah, financially, yeah, okay, but
Champions League.
You do face some good teams in the Europa League.
You're going to get around 30.
For sure.
No.
So I think that's more on the, especially for Omonoia, like with their pedigree in Europe, which is non-existent. It's I would actually rather have that, to be honest. Though.
Oh, yeah, of course. Ναι, δεν είναι λαλόι. Αλλά λαλό σου financially συμφέρει παραπάνω να είσαι στο Champions League.
Of course. You know, you've got the music before the games. You get to play the big boys.
Yeah.
But really and truly, like, look, I'm not saying that I prefer the Europa League, but what I'm saying is you've got a better chance of going deeper into the competition. And let's not forget, also, Buffon just about missed out on qualification. Just about.
They needed a goal, and they were through. They were going to overtake Benfica. Yeah. Crazy.
Δεν μου λες ότι το μήνυμα, ρε, Στέλ.
Well, again, like, if Masura leaves, then do we go to sign a right back or do we have to sign a left back? So, or the Badger could play a right back. I don't know. I really don't know.
I feel in the first 11, I want Gitso, 100%. Yeah, the end of season. When he'll be ready, I want him in the first 11.
Anyway, listen, guys, I'm gonna go because I need to go to bed. I'm fucking knackered.
Yeah, Tora, wait another 5 minutes, we're gonna go too.
Yeah.
It's like, και ας το δούμε μηνύματα, ρε, Tom, και να κλείσουμε και εμείς σιγά σιγά.
The fund that wants to take over Apoel manages around 1 billion in projects, which means it's not so big. He has invested before in organizations which were under stress. They would look to sell in 6 to 7 years, and then carries on to make a profit by leaving the club or a better situation than now. They will not repay all the debt. That's not how it goes.
Δεν ξέρω, ρε, κοπέγια.
I wish I knew how it works. I wish I knew. But actually, before we all go, Stella, I asked this question to Pedro, and I think Stefano said the same thing as Pedro. Like, do you think Sapinto will last? Because I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Because with him, you know that one or two bad games.
He will last. But we never said how much time. Yeah.
Well, look, the way I see it is, he even now in the playoffs, he's been moaning about things, and these are games that don't really mean anything. Like they know that they're going to qualify for Europe anyway, but he's been moaning about things. And can you imagine when the pressure starts? If they start the season with, I don't know, a loss and 2 draws, first 3 games, can you imagine what it's going to be like? European games as well, because they're going to be starting in July.
Mad.
It's going to be peak for him, I'm telling you.
Ποια ομάδα θέλετε να πιάω κύπελλο? I don't care.
Shit, to be honest.
I'm not. I don't. I think I have more hatred toward Apoel. So I think I really, yeah.
I think Apollon will win it.
The thing is, Apollon, they're not going to be a seeded team in the qualifiers. They're going to be fucked. They're going to be fucked. Because their points are non-existent.
Yeah, then the Europa. And they lost their other points, haven't they?
Yeah.
Because they had a lot, to be fair.
Πόσα χρόνια έχει να πάει η Ευρώπη από όλα.
Έχει πότε, την τελευταία φορά που πήγαν.
Και το
When they won the
πρωτάθλημα.
league. When they won the league.
Yeah,
4 years ago. 4 years ago.
It's a long time.
But they got 4-0 against Maccabi.
Άντε guys, some last words. Και φύγαμε.
Let's win on Friday. Let's break the record, and we'll be back on Saturday, baby. That's it.
Να πάμε ρε κοπέκια.
Oh, yeah, I'm working. Yeah.
Εντάξει. Στέφανε, με κοφτεί άλλο σου.
Great.
Στέφανε, κάτι τελευταίο.
I don't think we'll talk another one. The final sent-off for the fans as well. The last game of the season. Let's win it. Break the record and move on, man. Bring on Champions League. Bring it on.
Πρέπει να είμαστε σοβαροί προκριματικά. Δεν είχε καμιά ομάδα εύκολη. Όλες οι ομάδες είναι πρωταθλήτριες, όμως φέτος πιστεύω μπορούμε για την υπέρβαση. Με την ομάδα που έχουμε δεν είναι απίθανο. Φτάνει είμαστε λίγο τυχεροί στην κλήρωση, να μας παίζει για μεγαθύριο. Στέο.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. You're more than welcome.
He's got a bed.
Thank you for coming on, and we'll speak soon. Yeah.
For sure.
Good night. Before we go, come in and subscribe and like and share, and all our stuff is in the description below. And we'll see you on Saturday. Good
night, everyone.